Honorable Chairman, thank you for the opportunity again. It's been great listening to everybody speak here, and I think that's all we do is speak. But I have a few recommendations to actually curb the recent surge in violent religious extremism in our country, especially after the Sialkot tragedy, sir. In 2009, official counterterrorism policy in Pakistan underwent a dramatic shift. The heavy focus on counterinsurgency in FATF left the system imbalanced with little training or resources allocated to sectors outside the military. In an effort to create a centralized national body that could facilitate cooperation across all relevant sectors, the National Counterterrorism Authority, NACTA, established in 2009, however, due to not having necessary resources or a clear mandate and remain unfunctional for the next few years. It was revised in 2013 when the Senate passed an Act 2013 number 19, giving legal backing and specific responsibilities such as gathering intelligence, conducting research and developing and coordinating national counterterrorism strategies. Sir, just a moment, please. Sorry. एक minute. I can't understand. It's okay. The legislation placed the agency under the direct supervision of the Prime Minister Interior Ministry in the hopes that their authority could overcome lingering resistance from the military and intelligence sectors. Even these measures, however, were not enough to bring it alive. While NACTA remained dormant, even with the high level of support, its creation signaled a shift toward a holistic national strategy for countering violent religious extremism. In early 2014, this shift manifested itself in the first ever National Internal Security Policy, NISP. Implementation of the policy was tasked to NACTA despite the fact that the agency will still lack real capacity. The NISP is built around three core elements which blend hard and soft CVE strategies: dialogue with all stakeholders, isolation of terrorists from their support systems, and enhancing deterrence and the capacity of the security apparatus to neutralize threats to internal security. While the specific provisions are too numerous to be included in this limited space, several are worth highlighting, sir. Developing a national narrative based on tolerance and respect for diversity that can turn public opinion against extremist ideology. Designing new prison-based de-eradication programs that build on the successes in Sawat, and integrating the madrasas into the mainstream education sector through registration and monitoring of funding sources. While the NISP demonstrated the officials within the Interior Ministry recognize the need to address the social and ideological factors that were driving extremist recruitment, policy had little time to take full effect. In December 2014, TTP militants responded to the Army's most offensive Zarb-e-Azb by attacking the Army public school in Peshawar, killing 145 people, most of whom were school children. With public opinion fully galvanized against extremist organizations, the government had announced a new framework for countering terrorism and extremism, the National Action Plan, NAP. I would recommend to revamp NAP in this direction, and revamping NAP proposals should be discussed in Committee of the Whole House, sir. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji.